What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! How you doing today? Today is not going to be a tool video. And I don't usually like to do these videos, and I'm going to start this off by saying this could happen to anybody. I'm not saying that it would be something that would be normal to happen to anybody, but it could be an accident. And so just regarding that. But with that being said, I also say there's a lot of incompetence that goes with this. And we're going to talk about Walmart and the lube center. Now, I'm sure, who knows what will happen now if I, by saying anything bad about Walmart on social media. I've never tried to actually make a video like this or whatnot, but the fact of the matter is that this is reality. Now, I don't want to come off as ranting or sound negative or whatnot, but these run-of-the-mill lube centers, which I think Walmart is easily one of the run-of-the-mill lube centers, they don't, and I'm sure there might be some people out there that work there or started there, and they might think differently, but I don't want people to think that this is a bad job to have. I just think there should be more accountability held in this job. I've seen many incidences with Walmart over the years. My first encounter was right after the lube centers opened up. A lady drove from the lube center to my shop, which I worked at a service station, and she said, my oil light's on and I just got my oil changed. Well, she left the lube plate, she left Walmart, the lube center, and then was driving and noticed her oil light came on. What she didn't realize is they didn't put the oil filter on, and she drove it a good 5 miles without any oil in it, thus costing her an engine in the car. So without any further delay, let's start going into talking about what's going on, or what I'm talking about. But first, here's a good picture of me and Henry. Henry's sad about this too, about Walmart. It is what it is. So as you know, Walmart has these quick lanes, and they do these tire lube, and they're auto care centers. So basically what they are is like the old time gas stations. And for those of you who have never been to a Walmart, they're essentially just a quick lube station. You get wipers, get some fluids changed, check the transmission fluid, but they're not really mechanics. And you know, that's in itself not a bad thing inherently. I always like to say, if you're going to be good at something, be the best. Or if you're going to do something, be the best at what you're doing. This is nothing against any lube tech out there, or this type of service that you provide. I say you can be the best that you are in that industry. So if you do work at Walmart, be the best guy at that Walmart. Like, be the best lube and oil and battery changer. Your maintenance, your typical easy routine maintenance stuff. Be the guy that is on top of his game, understands all of your stuff, do your homework, and just be a scholar of all of this. Now, these places obviously offer tires and batteries, wiper blades, oil changes, etc. to that extent. But they don't do any really parts changings. Basically, the only thing they exchange is basically a battery and tires. Is about the extent of their real limitations. Now, where this story starts here is that this picture you see, this is a 2013 Chevy Camaro. And I'm going to start off, I didn't take a whole lot of pictures, but I took the ones that mattered, and we're going to talk about that. So this Camaro came in, and it was having a problem running. It was stuttering, whatnot. I just happened to be in the area, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll take a look at it. My first glance at looking at this car, I noticed, if you look down here, was a new mass airflow sensor. And then I started asking questions, and obviously, if you look right here on the throttle body, that was another thing that bothered me. I seen this. So we've seen the new mass airflow sensor. Obviously, you see the dust taken off of it. These are telltale signs of what a normal routine mechanic would look at something and say, hey, this is just a visual inspection, which is always good to do when you're looking at any car, first off. So I'm just glancing over and taking mental notes of what's going on. Looking down the intake, I also noticed that you can see that somebody has been messing with the sensor here for the throttle body, and there was a wire that was unplugged, which I didn't take that picture on the other side. But once again, you notice how there's some clean, see how the dust, let me zoom in there for you, see how the dust is moved away, you can see that somebody had been in there rubbing it. So on top of the bolt missing, I sprayed a little brake clean to see if it was sucking air in there. You know, wondering if somebody didn't double gasket it or something like that, because that's why we're having a rough idle scenario. But on further inspection, I started looking, and the customer had actually stated that there was some sort of issue with the oil filter. And I started looking. Now, as you can see here, the wires definitely look funky. I had to actually remove the oil filter cap, which is aluminum housing, and this is what I found. When Walmart did the oil change, they literally smashed the wires for the injectors into the oil cap. And let me tell you right now, that was just absolutely disturbing. Now, I will say here, it's kind of uninteresting, which I'm guessing because it's had so many oil changes done before, that obviously this is a problem that had been occurring. So I want to put this out there. Is this necessarily the fault of the lube tech? Yes, it is, but it also should have been covered by the last person who did this oil change, or noticed that this wiring loom had disappeared. So I can't really fault the lube tech at Walmart as much as I am faulting the technician or the person that was working on it. I mean, obviously, if we're in here changing mass airflow sensors, whoever was working on it, and they didn't happen to notice that there was a piece of loom missing, which was pretty obvious to me. This is basically from about head height, leaning over the vehicle, looking down, and you can see those wires clearly. And then once on further inspection, you can obviously see that there's some ripping in the looming and whatnot. Now, what is my point about all of this? Well, I think this is a good lesson to give awareness to pretty much the general public. So it's a different video than my normal videos, but I literally want to talk to people about why taking your car to a lube center, if you are not, if there's nobody there that I would say that you can trust or know anything about, this is why I'm a little bit sketched out. I've never taken my car to a lube place, obviously being a mechanic. I do my own. So nevertheless, I wouldn't need to go to a lube tech place. But I wouldn't be opposed to it. If I went to a place and I seen a guy who was very studious, knew his stuff, and I could ask him a few questions, and he was really, really, really into what he did. There's nothing wrong with being good at what you are. And I don't want to demoralize anybody for being a lube tech. That's the whole point of this video, is to bring awareness and help people understand that if you are doing something, I don't care if you're flipping donuts or burgers, be the best at what you do. And don't let yourself get to that. Now, unfortunately, I will say that Walmart has a huge history of doing this. And this is why I would never recommend anybody going to Walmart. Is it the worst place? I don't know, but I would say it's right there with being the worst place. I've had so many cases over the years of Walmart being just absolutely terrible at doing oil changes that I just can't trust them anymore. And this could have been a costly expense. If they would have got to that purple wire and fried a PCM, who knows what else we could have took down. This could have took out injectors and whatnot. We're talking thousands of dollars. Now, granted, I'm sure Walmart will end up paying for this because there's no dispute. They actually did this. The oil filter was actually collapsed on the wires. We had to remove the oil filter cap to get the wires out, and you can clearly see where they were just ground down in there. Why? Why they let that happen? Negligence. That's all I can say. But any of these lube tech places are definitely something to be concerned about. When you're getting an oil change done, you should be caring just as much about your oil change as you do about the rest of your car. And this is brings me up to another point why you should stick with your mechanic. Don't shop around. Cheap does not win. I'm telling you right now. You don't pay you're not paying anybody for a better service when you pay a cheaper price. You're paying for somebody's experience when you're paying them the right money. And that's, quite frankly, the problem with this country now. Everybody wants to get something done for cheap. This could have been anybody that made this mistake and done it. And I'm not going to sit here and talk like I haven't made mistakes. But I would definitely hold myself accountable and definitely take care of this in every fashion. I would never make this kind of mistake. I think this is definitely outside of my wheelhouse of making mistakes now. When I was younger, maybe. I doubt it. I just, honestly, this right here where the loom is missing would have been enough for me to stop and say, hey, let's take care of this situation, or, you know, at least tape up the wires and keep them out of the way. But I've never ever done anything. I've never left an oil filter off. I've never not filled a car with oil. That's something I've never done in my entire life as a mechanic, and that's a Scout's honor. Swear on my grandfather's grave. So, with that being said, remember, when you go to get that cheap oil change, what's it going to end up costing you in the end? Is Walmart going to cost you an engine, your time, a lot of energy? Yeah, sure, maybe they replace the engine, or worse yet, or better yet, they replace the whole car for their mistake. But at the end of the day, was it worth you saving a couple bucks for the hassle? Nobody's going to pay you for your time and, you know, all the headaches that it creates with this drama. So anyways, guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you see where I'm coming from this, and I don't want anybody out there that's a lube tech to ever think that this is a bad thing. I want you to take this as an example and a learning experience, and I'm just trying to spread that and not sound negative or whatnot towards anybody that does that. I want you to be better at your craft. Be the best at anything you do. So anyways, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.